Sagittarius Ascendant. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, your persona representing your first house, this is going to be very expansive. It's a Jupiterian, philosophical, and it is packed with energy, and it has a connection with spirituality. So Sagittarius gives us the feel of wanting to explore, hence explore, diversity, culture, and it has this connection with natural law. It's very primitive and instinctual in nature because it represents the centaur, which is half animal, half human in its symbology, and it also represents the god Ganesha, which is an elephant that is personifying this matriarch energy that is very wise and connected to Mother Earth and nature. So having a Sagittarius rising, your persona will come off very jovial, benevolent, and it's this expansive energy where it creates a strong dynamic within the environment. So when you leave your house, or your sacred space, this energy, this very expansive Jupiterian energy takes over, and this navigational tool makes you charged up to want to explore, want to really kind of draw the authenticity out of the crowd and of the environment, because you want it to be very diverse and you want the scene and the vibe to speak for itself. So you definitely free the energy up. You're a free spirit, you're immutable fire. So you definitely will loosen the vibe up so people can be themselves and they get inspired to do so. And also, this is a great way that you lead and inspire, is allowing people to feel this free spirit to drop their guard and be more alive and human-like, and not so contrived in a way where it makes them stiff or disjointed. So with this rising sign, Sagittarius, you definitely become very amped to want to be a natural trailblazer in your own life, and you are a go-getter. You put yourself out there and you enjoy the idea of just expanding towards these high goals and long-term goals and these ambitions that you strive for, that you aim for. And you're a high achiever. And you also like to multitask because you're a mutable sign here. You like to just kind of leave your footprints all over town. With a Sagittarius rising, you'll definitely have this this drive when you leave your sacred space to want to just learn and explore, and you'll need to travel and not stay in the same place for too long. I mean, if it's not within the mind, it's in a way in which you have the freedom to just wander about. So also with the first house representing your physique, Sagittarius, you will have this athletic build nonetheless, and you will also kind of resemble the centaur in some way, male or female, and your features will definitely be elongated. Could be the bone structure, could be the limbs. You'll definitely have a very stoic and athletic build to you, and presence as well. Just coming off very almost stallion-like. And you'll have this like wild nature about you as well. So people tend to warm up to this energy very quickly, and this is how you appeal to others. You'll have this humorous nature about you, and you'll always have this optimism with the Sag rising. Your energy will feel very optimistic and hopeful, and you'll have this glaze about you where the way you just view things, and even within the eyes, you have this outward insight that makes people feel very adamant that things will just happen, and the luck is there, and miracles happen, and you can do anything you want, and there's just this sense of feeling very lucky around you, and the aura feels very uplifting, to say the least. And I mean, you show people that you can compete in a fun way. And also there's this funny vibe about you being a Sag rising. It's as if you just have this energy around you that is very humorous to sit back and watch, because the way you move, the way you carry on and just go about your business and do the things you do in your body is very like animal-like, kind of just wild and free, but it's also has this spunk and this sass to it, and it makes people laugh in a good way. So that's why we can kind of just drop our guard and be who we are authentically around a Sag rising and feel comfortable socializing or being in a group. So your second house as a Sag rising will be ruled by Capricorn. So here is where you discover your self-value and the way you assert yourself in the world. It's very ambitious. It's structured here. And you become an overachiever, and you feel very resourceful, that you can build and you can do things with your hands, and you have the strength here, and the ambition and the emotional detachment to use and apply your skills practically in order to generate resources here, and to also you feel as if you have a lot to offer society, and your self-worth with Capricorn ruling over your second house is you feel as if you're a tool that is needed within the world. It's almost like it's an effective tool that's needed. So your third house as a Sag rising will be ruled by Aquarius. So here, this is your left brain function, and this is where within your community you want to learn about it. And being a Sag rising, you have this curiosity to learn what the culture is in the area, what is society all about that's engulfed within your community. So as an Aquarian, you have this, or as the third house being ruled by Aquarius, generally speaking, if you're Sag rising, you have this tendency to want to learn the humanitarian history within your community. And you also want to innovate within the community, and this is also a way how you inspire within the locality you live. So having Aquarius ruling over your third house, perhaps you just have this wealth of basic knowledge here. And growing up during your middle school and high school years, you retained a lot of useful information and really discovered a lot of basic history of humanity, and it's given you something to work with or look forward to learning and exploring more as you grow older and as you further your education here. So I would say, even with Aquarius ruling your third house, it's kind of opened up the door and the possibilities of what you could be open to learning more about humanity and history and ways to innovate the future of humanity, so to say. Also, your connection with siblings here, with Aquarius ruling your third house, could have been slightly detached, or there was a sense of having some sort of eccentric connection with your siblings, in which they could have had a rebellious side to them, or they could have been souls that like to experiment, or that were just very individualistic in their own right. And it definitely rubbed off on you to just kind of explore and expand your mind and learn more on a basic level to get you ready for something that is going to really just open your heart to, with Leo ruling over your ninth house. And we'll talk about that as we go around the wheel. So as a Sagittarius rising, the fourth house, your IC is ruled by